Hi. Today's reading centered around what popped out is the Ten of Swords. So this is about something coming to an end. So I guess let's get into it. This card already looks so heavy. You can see someone laying there. Swords are just all stabbed right into his back. Swords are usually about like thoughts, intellect, your mind. So yeah, just something that's either ending or has come to an end. So let's get on with it. Okay, so where you're at now, the Hierophant popped up. So the Hierophant, it's kind of sitting up on her throne. You can see her crown here, illuminated. She's got kind of one hand up holding a staff and the other. People looking up to her there. Their backs of their heads are turned to us. But the Hierophant can be about either like marriage, unity, or it can be education. So maybe right now you are focusing on maybe just something yourself or an endeavor, like learning new topics, doing something like that. Or this could also be kind of related to relationship, marriage, unity, and maybe something in that aspect going on right now. Gosh. All right, so what's been blocking you? More swords popping out. What number is this? 9 of Swords. So right before our 10, what the reading is about completion. 9, right now what's blocking you can see a lot of anxiety, sleeplessness, restlessness. All the swords are sort of behind the figure, head and hands down, crying. You know, maybe up in your head, emotional, depression. So that's kind of what is blocking you. Either from finding an ending or maybe what has ended, to get to completion, to add that next sword, to kind of end what is causing that anxiety. The outcome, let's see here what popped up. As I was talking about unity, so the Lovers popped up. And then also the 8 of Wands. So here we've got 2 lovers. So this can obviously just be a more literal meaning about relationship, love, coming together, partnership in this card. So yeah, finding maybe partnership, success. And then 8 of Wands is maybe passionate, a lot going on. This can also be news coming in as well. So it could be like news about love or a relationship, maybe related to this. It says also like action. So taking action. There's just a lot going on here. Kind of looks like a lot coming in. You can see all the little green buds on each of these wands, which usually represent passion. So a lot of growth. So again, maybe taking action and finding growth. All right, let's switch up the deck here. Kind of move on more. See what you need. Maybe what I need. to find that end, to find that completion. A lot of the red kind of popping out, which represents passion as well. There's a lot of kind of flowers, flowering, and growth on these cards. Like I said, a lot of heaviness though as well. Currently. Try to get 3 out here. 2, 3. All right. So right now what you need, the Hanged One. Right now, so this can be about indecisiveness. Again, we've kind of got what's been blocking you is the sleeplessness, right? Restfulness, anxiety, depression, worry. Just letting all of these swords really just stacking up and piling up. Okay, so again, indecisiveness. Just hanging there, waiting, depending, right? Maybe you're waiting on something or someone, or you're waiting for something to happen. Or maybe you're just being indecisive. So noticing that here, but also on this deck, notice the illumination around her head and her heart, right? She's looking out off onto the horizon. I'm going to assume her eyes are open in this one. Her back is turned to us. So what you need related to indecisiveness, so making a decision, so really clearing your head, really just thinking about your future, what's out on that horizon, and really just letting that be your guide. What else do we have here? The Moon and 7 of Cups also popped out. So here's the 7 of Cups and the Moon card. Moon typically about emotions, as are Cups. So along with this kind of hanging, waiting, indecisiveness, and getting through that and looking out, with the Cups, notice each one is kind of not necessarily dumping out, but it's definitely looks like it's releasing what's inside, right? And then you notice the eye in the middle. Both of these cards actually have the third eye. So again, getting about that intuition, right? Thinking about what's inside, what you need, what you want. And then noticing all these different cups, right? They all have something different to offer. With this in the center, intuition. So there can be a lot of happiness in this card, but first it's really tapping in and letting things flow, right? Maybe taking the cap off, letting some things out, showing your true colors. So really trying to do that more, which can be really hard, especially if there's been some rigidity. Again, the Hierophant, kind of where you're at right now, so just sitting kind of up on that throne, but this figure looks very rigid. So there's a little bit more release, relax, just hanging there, let it go, let it be. And then again, just kind of letting things flow a little bit, whatever that means, good or bad, right? Because this, right, not good, right? This, bad, which we already know that. And then the Moon card, like I said, also about emotions. Can see the eye right up here at the top, open, looking out. So again, really tapping into that intuition, surrounded again with the same gold that all these moons on this card are in. All in sort of that crescent phase, which can be a beginning of cycle or kind of closing out toward the end of the cycle, right? Depending on if it's the waning or waxing phase of the moon. So again, letting things flow, really taking an honest, deep look, right? There's things flowing out at the bottom, but there's actually like a huge hole here in the middle. So tapping in, what are you going to let flow so you can make room to fill up? All right, so that's what you need, right? Moving past indecisiveness to get past that anxiety phase. Two more here. Oops. Okay, we'll do 4. All right, so how do we get there? What do we do? Easier said than done, right? For coming to an end, completion. getting unblocked, getting out of that phase. Let's see here. All right, so a lot of cups coming up, but also the star. So just looking at this card right away, as all these other cards have talked about finding intuition, right? Looking within, the eye. Finding your own light, right? You are the star in this card. Look at the waves and the sea are parting for you. Things will open up when you open up. And so look at, she's opening up herself. She is focusing on her light. She's finding her light. So kind of going on that journey and really noticing what's inside. So using that eye and going within. All right, let's see. 9 of Cups and Page of Cups, more cups, like I said, popping in. So 9 of Cups, again, you can see the water and emotions flowing. Notice that you're holding all of these cups, right? So all of these things are in your hand. And they're getting filled up here, right? So noticing how you can open up to let things out, let things show and glow. You know, leading with love and light. There's a lot of brightness on that card. And then noticing what can fill it up. Again, notice that same phase of the moon as we had on the 7 of Cups. But we've added 2 more. Okay? Right? Doing all of that will get you from here to here. Flowing over with love. With feeling. Kind of holding them out. Like you're sharing even. Instead of being so closed off after kind of doing that work and going in. And then also the Page of Cups here. So this you as yourself, this could be someone kind of coming in with a message of love, something new. Like I said, maybe this is actually about, you know, unity and partnership. But also being humble, getting on your knees, right? After you've gone through this journey. And finding that light within and parting the sea. The seas open up for you, but filling up the cups. Again, noticing that phase of the moon off in the horizon. Right? On all these cups, we've got that same theme going on. So it's really finding your emotions, tapping in. And then after all of that, Queen of Wands, right? Boom. Just owning it. Shining. Right? So after doing all that work, what do you find? What is your passion? What is that wand? And look at all of the light coming out from that. You know, she's got the space kind of too in her outfit or on her clothes. A lot of blue as well in this card, which can be loyalty, I think truth a lot, peace even, healing. And she's now wearing all of that, right? She found the star within and now she's opening up. She's owning that wand. The snake here wrapped around her neck, which can represent transformation and change. And then again, passion and fire. And she's holding that in her hand too. So really looks like doing the work, right? Maybe getting a little less rigid. And needing to find a little bit more flow, emotions, opening up, right? Moving past this indecisiveness and indecision and anxiety, sadness, right? Can only deal with that for so long before that really starts to take its toll as well. And just letting things out. Always tuning in here first, right? Noticing what you can share, what you can let out. Using your intuition, right? You'll be surprised when you let things out, what makes room to come in. And then becoming the star, the queen, right? You will shine, you have your light, and that will share. So that is today's reading, I guess, about end, completion, and just something. A lot more, it looks like, inner work, right? Self-care, third eye. All right, that's it for today. Thank you. Light and love.